All right, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, everybody. Thanks very much for joining us with PACAC for the Keystone Virtual College Exploration. I'm excited today to bring you Mr. Christopher Miner from Clarkson University. So he can share a little bit about that institution. And please do use the Q&A feature if you have questions rather than the chat. And he can either answer them in the middle of his introduction, or he can type you an answer for that. The session is also going to be recorded, so if you would like to come back and visit it again, you can go ahead and access that through the very same place that you registered for the event. So that's www.pacac.org/virtual. At the end of this, there will be a very brief survey, so please do stay on. It's just 4 questions. I think you'll be fine with it. I'm going to keep my eye on the time. This will go for about 45 minutes. So thank you very much, Christopher. And to those of you out in the audience, thank you very much for attending. And now it's on to Christopher. Go ahead.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me. My name is Chris Miner. I am, like she said, the representative from Clarkson University for the Pennsylvania area. I've probably visited your high school before, done some virtual events around there, so I appreciate you all taking the time to meet with me. I'm going to share my screen with you guys because I have a presentation ready today. So I believe you guys should be able to see my screen now. Pop that up. There we go. So this is our campus here at Clarkson University. We're located in Potsdam, New York. So it's right at the tip of the state of New York, right at the top. We're very 20 miles away from the Canadian border. We're about an hour and a half away from Montreal, an hour away from Ottawa as well. So a lot of students will take trips to Canada and things like that. We're also very close to the Adirondacks, so like pretty much right in our backyard. So we're a very rural town, college town, Potsdam, New York is. There's 4 colleges around us actually as well. We have SUNY Potsdam, St. Lawrence, and Clarkson University. So one of the SUNY Canton and Clarkson University. So one of the unique things about the area that I really enjoyed going to school up here is kind of the unique atmosphere, because at Clarkson University, we have 3,300 undergraduate students, but overall in the college town area of Potsdam, New York, and Canton, New York, where SUNY Canton and St. Lawrence are located, there's about 20,000 undergraduate students. So it's a really unique situation where you can go to school, stay on campus if you'd like, get that small school experience that some students are looking for and really appreciate. You also get smaller classrooms, which students enjoy. So we have 270 undergraduate professors, a 13-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio. So you get that really small feel. Parents love that. Students love that. They get to know their teachers by name, face, things like that. But you also have the opportunity to kind of step off campus, interact with students that have a wide range of majors and things like that. So from liberal arts to music and arts at SUNY Potsdam, because, you know, we're more STEM-based, a research university here at Clarkson University. And I'll get into a little bit of that, some of our majors in this next slide. First, let's talk about the admissions and financial aid process here at Clarkson University. So Clarkson is Common App, and the Clarkson app is acceptable. So you can submit your Common App to us, or you can go to our website and fill out the Clarkson application that we have there on our website. We are an early decision school, and what that means is it's kind of an agreement that upon your letter of acceptance to Clarkson University, you will be depositing and planning on attending our school that following fall. It is a little bit different than early action. Early action, you're just kind of seeing what's out there earlier. Early decision is a little bit more of an agreement, like a handshake, like, hey, I'll see you guys in the fall if I'm accepted. Our regular decision deadline is January 15th as well. We recommend that for students that aren't as sure. Things that are required for your submission as an application is your transcript, 2 letters of recommendation, and we are SAT or ACT optional this year for the fall 2021. So if you have SAT or ACT scores that you'd like to submit, you can. If not, don't worry about them. They will not impact you negatively if you don't turn those in. Another thing about Clarkson is as soon as you apply, you're automatically considered for our merit-based scholarships. So students, we also have specialty scholarships available for students as well to apply for. So you get, as soon as you apply to Clarkson, there's an application status page link that you'll get sent in the email. In that email, you'll set up your page, you have a username, password, go on there, and we'll have checklists for you of the things you need to turn into us to finish your application process and admittance process. So you'll be using that the entire time right up until you get to campus just about. Students love that. One of the cool things about that is that we do have specialty scholarships on there. And instead of searching for them, once you apply to Clarkson, so I recommend you apply sooner than later, the scholarships, there's a tab for scholarships right there that you're eligible for, because we do have some that are territory specific. So once you apply, you'll have a link for the scholarships that you're eligible to apply for. Say you're interested in applying for scholarships, and they'll give you all the links to the scholarships that you're able to get. Over 90% of students receive aid from Clarkson University, and the FAFSA is required for need-based aid, and it opens on October 1st. So you guys should have had that opened up. You can start looking at that if you want as well. Now we'll get into the programs. So here at Clarkson, we are in school. So the School of Arts and Sciences is one of our schools here on campus. And what they kind of handle is, as the title says, arts and sciences. So some of the majors we have there are applied mathematics and statistics, biomolecular science, chemistry, communication, computer science, data science, digital arts and sciences, history, humanities, liberal studies, math, physics, political science, psychology, social sciences, and social documentation. In the School of Business, which is our second largest school on campus, we have business intelligence and data analytics, global supply chain management, innovation and entrepreneurship, financial information and analysis, mathematical economics, and engineering and management. And one of the things that you probably are noticing about our business majors is that they all have an "and" in their name pretty much, or a bunch of big words in there. And that is because a lot of our programs in the business school are very interdisciplinary. So some schools you'll go to for business, they'll have you just majoring in finance or majoring in econ. At Clarkson, we understand that to be competitive in the business job market, you need to have a well-versed background in all of those things to be able to kind of step into any role that they place you in at the job that you're applying for. So our majors usually focus on giving you a lot of ideas how to do that. As soon as you get to campus your freshman year, your first task is like an intro to entrepreneurship program. And what that'll do is they have a program there where you will kind of, the curriculum is building your own business plan. So they build their own business plan. It's kind of like Shark Tank. The best business plan will get funded. You can start selling your product on campus. Students love it. And then almost everyone will have a business plan set up on campus by the end of their freshman year. Some students will keep it and show it to jobs that they apply for later. Jobs love to see that initiative out of students. And it's just a very good opportunity for you to kind of learn how that works and getting that business experience of how to actually set up a business plan. So it's kind of an awesome thing to do. And our School of Engineering, what we're kind of known for here at Clarkson is engineering. It's our largest school on campus, a lot of majors here. Aeronautical engineering and aerospace now, because we know students have a big interest in aerospace engineering at this point. Everyone's big goal is to get to the moon and things like that. So we definitely brought that curriculum to Clarkson. A lot of students have taken advantage of the new curriculum there. Chemical engineering, civil engineering, computer, electrical, environmental engineering is also big up here because, as I said, we're very close to the Adirondacks. You can see the campus behind me. Very rural, so we do a lot of stuff interacting with nature around us. Mechanical engineering is actually our biggest major in the School of Engineering, and software engineering. And with all those majors, we offer minors and concentrations as well in the School of Engineering. We also have the Institute for a Sustainable Environment, and what those majors entail are environmental health science and environmental science and policy. We also have interdisciplinary programs, which include biomolecular science, digital arts and sciences, engineering and management, which is combining engineering and some business courses. So students will get kind of a dual major degree from the School of Engineering and School of Business. So this is actually a very popular major right now. A lot of jobs have been coming and looking for students out of this field. They have a very high placement rate along with the rest of our school, which is at 97% as a whole, so it shouldn't be shocking there. And liberal arts and business is our last interdisciplinary program. We also have some pre-advising programs as well, pre-dentistry, pre-law for a couple of examples, pre-med, pre-OT, pre-PT, pre-PA, and pre-vet. With those programs, what you're getting is you'll take a major and then you have a specialization or a pre-advising track. In this track, there are a couple courses that you have to take outside of your major. So for example, some students that are interested in majoring in like pre-PT, because we have a graduate program, I'll use that example. Pre-PT students will major in biology, and then they'll have pre-PT courses that they have to take. And a lot of the courses that are specific to biology for the major actually fall into the pre-PT curriculum that you need before you can get that specialization and move on to the graduate program. Because at Clarkson, we have a graduate program for PT. Students are able to apply to the graduate school after they graduate with a 3.0 GPA or higher from the pre-PT program. You'll be able to apply to our graduate school. You actually, as soon as you apply, you go straight to the interview process. You kind of skip the ad process, which students enjoy. So it gives you the best odds to get in. It does not guarantee your acceptance into the graduate program, but it gives you better odds coming from Clarkson undergraduate being in these pre-advising programs to go on to that next step. So students really enjoy that and they take advantage of that opportunity. Some students like to go somewhere else because they want to move out of Clarkson for a little bit, get away from home as you guys are to go to college, but some students do like to move on to that next step there. And if you don't know your major, because one of the things that we require at Clarkson is that you have your intended major when you apply. So you will put down for students that are interested in mechanical engineering, your intended major in mechanical engineering. And we do that because we know that, and I know this pretty well because it happened to me. Emails can get lost in the fold for freshmen. You get a lot of emails from the college that you're going to that fall, right, or that summer right before you get to campus, campus photo, did you do your health forms, all those things. So we know that email that gets sent like, hey, time to sign up for your freshman courses, it sometimes gets lost in the shuffle. So we've kind of eliminated that for you guys. because Clarkson is a research institution, like I said, so our courses are very intensive with credit hours. You don't have a lot of room to wiggle depending on your major or to kind of figure things out early on. There is room to do it, but we know some students like to get going right away just in case they want to pick up another major or a minor, because our students are very hardworking. They like to be on top of these things. So we make that first year schedule for you in your intended major, making sure you're getting your core courses out of the way, along with your first year seminar and things like that. So students that don't know what they want to major in, however, this page is for you. But you know what kind of school you want to be in, for example, you'd go business studies, engineering studies if you want to be in the School of Engineering, liberal studies if you want to be in the School of Arts and Sciences or on the liberal side, science studies if you want to be on the science side, and university studies if you have no idea what you want to major in, but you're pretty sure you want to come to Clarkson. That's fine too. We'll start taking care of the electives that are school-wide based needs that you need to graduate. Another thing about Clarkson, as I said, we have a 97% placement rate, and that is because one of the things that's required is one of these professional experiences listed here. That is because to be competitive in the job market, you need experience. Students can't just go and apply to jobs straight out of college without having any experience in the field that they're planning to get into, especially as an engineer. So this is very important, and in the business school as well, you'll see that you really need to do this. You'll see study abroad on here too, and that is actually more so for the business school because they require that you go abroad as well. Because to be competitive in the business market, on top of having interdisciplinary background in the School of Business that they're giving you, you also need to show like a global perspective to the job that you're applying to. Showing that you're thinking outside of your own home really impacts employers well. They really like to see students that have gone abroad, and it really has a higher rate of getting them jobs. So they love doing that. Co-ops and internships are another professional experience as well. We do have plenty of students that will get internships. Clarkson students regularly earn one of the highest rates of internships, co-ops, or research positions across the U.S., and that's because of how good our Career Center is. Award-winning Career Center here at Clarkson. They're on you as soon as you get to campus your freshman year. Hey, do you have your resume? Hey, have you thought about what you want to do for a job yet? Hey, there's a cool alumni coming up here recruiting students to work with them over the summer. You should check it out. Hey, this professor's doing some research. They're just always kind of getting to you guys about what you might be interested in. Start thinking about your future because it's important that you guys are thinking about that because that's what's coming next for you. And here's some examples of some of the companies that our students have gotten co-ops at. So you see BMW, IBM, General Electric, Exxon Mobil. Students that have gone through our pre-advising program, you saw pre-law. Students gone to grad school at Hofstra for law, Raymond Corp, Tyco, Walt Disney. So these are just some of the examples of companies that are coming to our career fairs to recruit our students every year. The fall 2019 career fair that we had, over 190 companies attend with all majors covered. So you may have heard me say that we're known for our engineering, but employers are coming to Clarkson to recruit all of our students because they know how hardworking our school is, how well prepared these students are to step out into the workforce, because we're very much focused on professional development here at Clarkson. So here's some tidbits about Clarkson. Clarkson ranks in the top 40 in the country, top 5 in the state for early career earnings. Alumni with 0 to 5 years of experience are on the median salary of $64,200. Our 97% placement rate is among the highest in the nation, and this is just a cool tidbit that I threw in here. 1 in every 5 Clarkson graduates is a CEO, president, senior executive, or owner of a company. And that's kind of a good thing to know because you see we have over 190 companies coming to recruit students at our career fairs, and that's why. They're usually being told by their presidents or someone above them in the chain of order at wherever they're working, like, hey, I went to Clarkson, I got here, I knew that Clarkson prepares students well for the next steps. You should go and recruit the next phase of Clarkson students to come here to join our company. So it's just kind of that give and take. The alumni are very impactful on our campus, and they really love to give back and recruit students anywhere that they can. Some of the exchange programs that we have available to campus, we have 55 universities in 28 different countries, and you don't even need to apply. There's also a lot of funding that goes into it as well. So if you're worried about how the cost that it'll be to you, you could work with our international program in the office. They'll help you figure out the best way. If you really want to go abroad, they'll be able to figure out a way to get you there as best they can. So some of the biggest programs that we have are pretty standard. England, France, Germany is very popular, Ireland, Italy, New Zealand, Spain, Sweden. Those are some of the big ones. But some of the cool ones that students have gone to that are working in our office have been like South Africa, South Korea, Taiwan. I've heard some very cool stories about some of those places as well. So definitely keep your horizons open and don't just go to the standards because there are some great options available to students to go abroad for. Now we'll get into student life a bit, which I'm sure you all are interested in. So we have more than 200 clubs, teams, and opportunities to get involved on campus. For athletics, we're known as the Golden Knights. For intramurals, we have football, basketball, volleyball, softball, and soccer and hockey and broomball. We also have Greek life on campus. We have 9 fraternities and 4 sororities on campus. We also have leadership opportunities on campus. So we have student government, professional societies, honor societies, new business startups. Like I said, the business school, they do like a business Shark Tank thing at the beginning of your freshman year for you for one of your courses. So that's kind of how that happens. And we also have student workers, campus employment. We also have student workers in our office. For special events, we'll have concerts, comedians, films, lectures, open mic night. And like I said earlier, the unique thing about going to school in this area is the associated colleges. So small school, but with a big school feel. So for concerts and things like that, we'll get some of the names that you'll see at larger schools. Like Little Yachty was supposed to be coming and perform. I'm not sure if everyone knows who he is, but he's a big performer, musician. He was slated to come to our Spring Fest this year, just to give you an idea of who we get to come to these events. So it's kind of cool that we're a smaller school up here in Potsdam, New York, but people are coming out to perform for us because we have such a large crowd group of people. And we also have volunteering options like EMT, charity websites, and reading rooms. Students really love to get involved and go to, our local elementary schools, reach to those kids. They really look up to the students in the area around here. We also have speed teams, 13 speed teams. So First Robotics, Formula SAE, Baja SAE are some examples of those. They compete nationally. They do like a lot of fundraising on campus, a lot of gift funding. There's no money that comes out of your pocket to do it. You do it all by fundraising and things like that to go participate in these events every year. And alumni will also donate money and things like that to you guys as well to do that. So these are some of the resources that are available to us on campus as well. So the Student Success, Diversity, and Inclusion Office, so whether you're a first-year student or a graduate student, whether you're struggling with classes on the Dean's List, we have something for you. The staff of the Student Success, Diversity, and Inclusion Office are interested in your future and your success. I work very closely with this office. They do a lot of work with students that feel underrepresented on campus, getting you guys the awareness that you need, maybe raising awareness on something that you feel is a big issue on campus. They're all about getting everyone's voices heard, giving everyone the same opportunity to get their points across. So definitely take advantage of that if that's something you're interested in. Also, the Office of Accessibility and Services. That office is designated for maintaining disability-related documentation, certifying eligibility for receipt of services, determining reasonable accommodations, and ensuring provision of those services. So students that need like special accommodations for living, like single rooms, things like that, you'd go through our Office of Accessibility, kind of giving them the paperwork they need, saying this is why I need this, and they'll be more than willing to accommodate you. And if you need help working with me, if you feel comfortable, want to shoot me an email, you can do that as well. We'll get that process going for you. We also have first-year advising is big for us here at Clarkson. We have such a high retention rate, and that's because of how many people you have just in your corner as soon as you arrive at campus. Because freshman year is definitely the toughest. It's your first year on your own. Sometimes some students, you'll be far away from home for the first time. So it can be kind of a culture shock. So we get a lot of advisors here just to make sure that you have that support. So all incoming first-year students have, in addition to their faculty professional advisor, access to a first-year advisor who works with them individually to create an individualized academic plan your major or course of enrollment, answer questions about degree or program requirements, identify independent research opportunities and team-based projects, and help you successfully deal with stress. I'm actually a mentor for the first time this year. I have about 5 students under me. We've met a couple times this semester already, and really what I just do and what most of you guys advisors outside of your academic advisors will do in your first year is they're just there for support. If you need help finding a tutor, if you have an issue with the class or a professor, you want to get some help with them, but you don't know how to approach them, that's why they're there. I'm here to reach out to that professor for you if you need me to kind of make that connection, establish that groundwork for you guys. So they kind of take that stress off you in that way. And that's just why we're there. And we know that that's very helpful to you guys. And then these are just some fun facts about us here. So Clarkson is among the best undergraduate engineering programs in the nation by U.S. News, top 50 best bachelor's in engineering degree programs by College Choice. Clarkson is one of the top 21 STEMs by Colleges and Forbes, top tier national university by U.S. News as well, among the nation's most environmentally responsible colleges by the Princeton Review, one of the 50 most affordable colleges with a return on investment, among the top 100 undergraduate business schools in the nation, top 20 in the nation for supply chain management, and top 15 entrepreneurship programs in the nation. And then that is it for my presentation. Here's our contact information, Clarkson University, 315-268-6480. You can reach me at cminor@clarkson.edu, cminor like a gold miner at clarkson.edu. Thank you guys for meeting with me. And now I will open it up to any questions that you might have at this time. Any questions here? It doesn't like we had any attendees either.
I think I'm just going to say thanks to Chris Miner. If for those of you that see the recording of this, if you do have questions for him, please do reach out. But Chris, thank you very much. I actually listened and I learned an awful lot. I don't think I'm ready to join the speed team, but that was pretty impressive nonetheless. So I'm going to go ahead and close out this session. My thanks very much to you for giving up your Friday afternoon to let us record this and have it available to students as they sign in. So thanks
Thank
very
you.
much, Chris. Enjoy your weekend and take care of yourself.
You too. Stay safe, stay healthy.
You too. Bye-bye.